Hi, today is February 9th, 2023, and here are my poems for the day. First one is poem number 236 for the year, Just Like Old Times. It was like old times. You might have thought that after all this time there would have been some improvement, or even worse, that there might have been some deterioration, but it was just like old times. The same easy flow, the same level of amateurishness, the same naturalness, the same clumsy nonsense. At times, it was as if they were reading each other's minds. At other times, it was as if they were flying blind. Just like old times. Poem number 237, Not a Bullshit Day. If my attitude were worse today, I'd say that today looks like bullshit. I'd say it looks like a bullshit day. The sky is a bullshit color. The bird songs are bullshit. The sound of traffic is bullshit. The beep, beep, beep of that truck backing up is bullshit. The smells wafting in from the kitchen are bullshit. Upcoming appointments are bullshit. Time is bullshit. Space is bullshit. Space-time is bullshit. The tea is bullshit, and the mug it is in is bullshit, and the table that the mug is on is bullshit. That line about the smells wafting in from the kitchen was bullshit. There are no smells wafting in from the kitchen. That was bullshit. And wafting is a bullshit word, and bullshit is a bullshit word. It's all bullshit. Today is a bullshit day, is what I would say if my attitude were worse today, but it isn't. My day has been a little fucked so far, but my attitude is fine. Today is not a bullshit day. Maybe tomorrow will be a bullshit day, but not today. Poem number 238, Artificial Deadline. Things took a while to get started today, and I still haven't meditated, and I have an appointment over Zoom at 9. It's not a bullshit appointment, but I don't know if I will be able to finish the poems before the appointment, and if I don't, then I will feel like the poems are late. Late is kind of a meaningless or maybe bullshit concept here, because it's only my own concept of lateness with regard to the poems that would cause these poems to be considered late. Probably I am the only one who would think of them as late, so what the fuck is my rush? And yet, I'd like to get the poems done before 9. I will meditate and see if I have 2 more poems in me before my artificial deadline of 9. I will meditate now and see what happens. Poem number 239, Effortlessly. Thoughts come effortlessly, so saith Bob Roth, who leads the meditations I attend virtually most mornings and evenings, and he is right. Thoughts come effortlessly. And if thoughts come effortlessly, ain't no reason on earth why poems shouldn't come effortlessly too. And they usually do. Poem number 240, 240 calories. They used to say Special K was only 240 calories, but they also used to say that Special K was part of a well-balanced breakfast. Orange juice, half a grapefruit, milk, toast. That's way more, and that's way more than 240 calories. Do that every morning and you're well on your way to a condition I discovered 3 days ago, which is now named after me, called Hall's stomach. But if you're unfamiliar with the condition because you happen to miss poem number 220, Raynaud's syndrome, it's that thing of when you eat too much and you gain weight because you ate too much. 240 calories is a perfectly fine and adequate and non-excessive number of calories to have at breakfast, but it's probably best to leave it at that. It's probably best to leave your breakfast unbalanced. Poem number 241, Not How I Roll. I was writing quickly, and at first I wrote break face up there instead of breakfast. But I didn't almost write milk toast instead of milk toast. I am not the type to break the face of milk toast. That's not at all how I roll. Poem number 242, this is the last one. It's called Ripped Off. I feel a little like I ripped myself off with the poems this morning. I should be happy that instead of 5 before the artificial deadline, I ended up with 7. But the one before last was bothering me because I was like, didn't I write a poem about Special K and the well-balanced breakfast for poem number 240 last year? And although I was wrong, and it was actually poem number 240 of the year before last, my point is still well taken. After only 23 months, I am repeating myself. I ripped myself off, and I think that's bullshit. So maybe today is a bullshit day after all. All right, well, that's it. I hope today does not turn out to be a bullshit day for you or me. Thank you for your time. I really, 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 really appreciate it.